Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to go over my 2024 arrow build. So this year I'm going to be using the Victory Rip TKO arrows. These are the Lee version. They are 1/1000 straightness. I'm using the 300 spine version, which are 8.8 grains per inch. And I have my arrows cut to 29 inches carbon to carbon length. For my arrow build, I have a 50 grain brass insert. I'm using a 100 grain field tip and a 25 grain stainless steel collar. On the back, I'm using 3 Fletch AAE hybrid vanes with a 4-inch arrow wrap. And for the nocks, I'm using Easton X Nocks. I think my total arrow weight is around 474 grains each. So compared to my Black Eagle Rampage arrows from last year, my 2024 arrow build is very similar. The only thing that's changed is the arrow shaft and the vane configuration. For the arrow shaft, the reason I changed it up this year was because I kept cracking the back of my Black Eagle arrows during target practice or 3D shoots. Whenever I hit the back of the nock, even if it was just a little clip of the nock, it would tend to crack the shaft. So this year I want to try out something a bit more durable. I read a lot of good reviews on these Victory Rip TKO arrows, so I decided to try them out. Alternative solution I could have tried was to get knock collars on my Rampage arrows, which I did, and because my Rampage arrows and Victory arrows weigh about the same weight, so I'll probably throw on those knock collars on my Rampage arrows and keep using them for target practice. I switched my vanes back to a 3 Fletch configuration because last year shooting broadheads with 4 Fletch, I didn't notice much benefit to it versus 3 Fletch within like the hunting distances for me. Doing 3D shoots, I did notice my 4 Fletch arrow would drop more than my 3 Fletch when shooting around 60 yards, and beyond that, around 60, they start to drop more. I didn't see much benefit for me using 4 Fletch, so I swapped back to the 3 Fletch. Saves me a vane, saves me some time when I fletch up my arrows too. The Victory arrows, they come with a 50 grain aluminum outsert, which overall I avoid outserts just because I've read a lot of negative things about them breaking and bending when shooting, and I just think the Easton Hit system with the iron wool collar is a really strong, durable system for the front of the arrow, so I just decided to stick with that. I also swapped out the stock nocks on these Victory arrows. I didn't do too much research or look into reviews on what people said about those ones. I really like the Easton X Nocks, so I just decided to stick with those. So last week I did shoot the bare shafts on these arrows to see how they flew relative to my Black Eagle Rampage arrows. I'll throw up the footage of that here. So I'm going to shoot the bare shafts for my Victory arrows and my Black Eagle Rampage arrows at 20 yards, 30, 40. See how my bow is shooting with both arrows. See if I need to adjust my arrow rest for these new arrows. They weigh very similar weight, so it shouldn't be too much of an adjustment. Let's check bare shafts at 30. Alright, bare shafts at 30. The Black Eagle Rampage arrow was not clean shot, so it's a bit off. Bare shaft tuning, you gotta do it several times. Make sure you're shooting good and proper. Here's my Victory arrow at 30. Basically where I was aiming. The Black Eagle Rampage, a little bit off. I jerked the shot a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how these Victory arrows are flying. It's got broadhead tube in them, and then I think I'll be good to use these arrows. Victory bare shaft at 40 yards. Alright, so I shot my bare shafts at 40 yards. I hit the target at least, but both my Black Eagle Rampage and my Victory arrows are hitting a bit low and left. Now, it could be me. It was only one shot so far. I'll do it again, but considering I haven't checked my bare shaft or broadhead flight on my bow in months, it could just be the string stretched a little bit and I gotta retune it. But it's not that bad. Like Victory, Black Eagle Rampage, they're grouping together, so you know, I'll probably move on to broadhead tuning, get things centered, and good to use these arrows. Yeah, there it is. Victory, Black Eagle Rampage, both hitting a little bit low and left on 40 yards. Alright, we'll shot my bare shafts again at 40 yards. They're still hitting low left. Rampage hit a little bit more left this time. Victory is around the same spot I hit it last time. So I definitely have a little bit of tuning to do on my bow, but it's not a big deal. 30 yards, that was pretty good. And yeah, Fletch shaft right out on the mark. So as you can see from my footage of me shooting the bare shafts, the Victory Rip arrows, they hit the mark at 30 yards, but at 40 yards they're hitting low and left. Same with my same with Black Eagle Rampage. But what I remember was my Black Eagle Rampage arrows, when they were broadhead tuned, they were hitting low at 40 yards, so I think that was expected. And this past weekend I did take my bow out and do some broadhead tuning on the new arrows, and they're grouping with my field tips out to 60 yards. So I'm not going to mess with my arrow rest. I'm not going to drive myself crazy trying to chase that bare shaft tune when what matters is the broadhead tune. But yeah, I still like just shooting bare shafts as a way to verify that my bow's tune hasn't changed. I know my bare shafts will hit the mark at 30 yards. They'll hit low at 40, but if that stays consistent, then I don't think anything's changed. As long as they're not like hitting really low, really far left or right on 30 yards, then I think my bow's still good. Alright, well, I think that's everything I gotta go over for my 2024 arrow build. Hope to see how these hold up this year. And yeah, that's it for this video. See you all next time.